thank you for joining me on the Waters and Stanton video channel. It's Dayton time, the Dayton Hamvention that's been going on for many, many years. And it's always been the world's largest ham gathering. Dayton in America, Dayton, Ohio in America. I'm not sure whether it still is the largest gathering. I suspect it may be. But anyway, it's a very large gathering. And it so happens that this year is the 60th anniversary of ICOM. Yes, ICOM have been making radio gear for 60 years. They started about 10 years before we did. And the company is still, as far as I know, headed up by Mr. Inui, who is a keen ham radio operator. Well, at Dayton, ICOM announced the X60. What's an X60? Well, the fact is that we don't know what an X60 is. X seems to stand for mystery. 60 presumably stands for 60 years in the business. And what ICOM have done is they've actually been teasing the visitors at Dayton by showing a number of boards which purport to be part of this mystery product. Is it a transceiver? Is it several transceivers? We just don't know. But it's interesting to look at the boards because the boards certainly seem to be related to each other. And because of the number of boards, I think we can safely say it's not a handheld radio. It's not a mobile radio. It would seem to be some form of base station transceiver. Now, it's very difficult by looking at the boards to ascertain what it is, except that there is a board that looks very much like a PA board. And there's also a board which looks to be either an ATU or a set of bandpass filters. That in itself would tend to suggest that it is some form of transceiver. Now, ICOM say that they're not going to release the details of this mystery product, the X60, until the Tokyo Ham Fair, which is in August. So we've got quite a long time to wait. But I think what ICOM have done at Dayton is they've shown these boards in a sort of glass case. You can't get at them, but anyway, you can see them quite well. They've shown these boards in a glass case in order to create, I suppose, conversation, to create a sort of a mystery. What is the X60? Well, let's decide, or let's have a look at what the X60 could be. It's highly likely to be a transceiver, isn't it? If we assume that all those boards all belong to the same product. So it's likely to be a transceiver. So what sort of transceiver would ICOM want to create to celebrate their 60th anniversary? Well, I guess they'd want something that was a bit different. And they want something that is perhaps unique or new or different, or what other manufacturers haven't got. Now, ICOM have always been in the HF field, so could it be an HF transceiver? Well, it could be. But if you look at the HF transceiver market at the moment, it's pretty crowded. I mean, ICOM came along with the IC7300, which is now quite old. It's about 8 years old. But they do actually need a new HF transceiver. Now, they did create a flagship transceiver about 5 or 6 years ago, but it wasn't really what people wanted. It wasn't a large seller. It wasn't a sort of transceiver that everybody was going to buy. The 7300 was the transceiver that everybody was buying. So it could be a top-line HF transceiver, but is that really the sort of thing that is going to grab the attention of a wide range of ham radio operators? As I say, Yaesu have crowded out the market on the HF side. So what could it be? Well, perhaps, just perhaps, It's an all-band, all-mode transceiver. Now, when I say all-band, all-mode, could it be HF, 2 meters, 70 sems, maybe 23 sems, all in the same box? Perhaps there's a need for that. I mean, we've got the FT991A from Yaesu, but that's quite old now. It's been around for an awful long time. And it's as good as it is, it's not cutting edge stuff. And because it's several years old, or more than several years old, doesn't embrace the latest technology. So could ICOM see that the one thing that is missing from the market is a high performance, all mode, all band transceiver? It could be it. That would explain why there's so many boards. On the other hand, I could be completely wrong. So what I suggest you do, think about it, and then in the comments below this video, you tell me what you think it is. You tell ICOM what you think it is, or you tell ICOM what you hope it is, because I'm not sure that they've actually made the final decision yet. I think they've got the boards there, but we don't know all those boards are the final boards, and there could be some red herrings in there, so we just don't know. It's an interesting situation to be, isn't it? ICOM are going to produce something new to celebrate their 60 years in the radio business, which is going to be announced in August. We don't know what it is, but that's what they want us to be in the position of. We don't know what it is, but we're going to talk about it. So you tell me what you think it is, and then in a few months' time, we should know whether we were right or wrong. So, ICOM X60, what is it?